My name is Wes Davis, and I'm the lead pastor of Newlife, and we're people becoming the church. I think one of the things that's important for every church is this: kids and teenagers. And the reason why, they're the next wave. They're the future of the church. And whoever in a community, whoever wins the kids, wins. And it's like God gave the people 10 commandments, and then he told Moses, tell the people, get this in your heart, and here's how. Teach them to your children. And so how are we going to do that? How are we going to pass that on? What's that legacy look like? What's the next wave? Jesus said, my disciples would do the same things I'm doing and even greater works because I'm going to be with the Father. Do we believe that the next wave, the next generation, the kids and the youth are actually going to do greater works because our world needs it? Well, one of the things we decided we're going to do as a church is this. We're not going to do things as a church for our kids. As a church, we're going to actually do things for all of the kids of the community. And our kids are going to be leaders in this. They're the next wave, and we have to invest into them. This training center is going to be filled. There's a brand new high school and a brand new middle school that's going in right behind it. All these teenagers that go to the YMCA, we have to invest in them. And we've got to believe that they're going to do greater things than we've done. And we're going to be able to do after-school kids programs as well as cohorts for developing preachers and teachers and people who will just innovation. Have you noticed that this next generation, they have some creative ideas? Well, we just think that we want to unleash. There's no one more creative than the Holy Spirit. There's no one more creative than God. I mean, he created everything, so let's say he's creative, okay? And can you imagine if we unleashed all that creativity and all that innovation and said, you don't have to do church like we done church. You got to be the church and preach the gospel and point people to Jesus and whatever it takes. And if we send them out and they feel like that they have our blessing, our backing, our resources, now that's when a nation's changed. When I read the Bible, I see the gospel wins wherever it goes. You're not going to be afraid. We're not going to raise you in a culture of fear. You're going to be raised, and you're not on the mission alone. And you got to have the Holy Spirit, and you got to have the full armor of God, but we have got to get a generation that's not afraid of preaching the gospel in the culture. When you innovate, you have dreams. When you have dreams, you know, people come together. But one of the things you do need to make these dreams come true are resources, and it often takes a partner. And so like when Nehemiah had this dream to rebuild a city with broken walls, which I would like to suggest we have broken walls that need rebuilding in our communities. It was interesting, Nehemiah wasn't just like, hey, let's get the people together, we'll take a big offering, and then we'll be able to do it. No, Nehemiah knew he was going to need some resources that go beyond just himself and even the people he was leading. They needed to have a king that would buy into this dream because he'd been served by this cupbearer. And a king that would say, I'm going to give you the resources, I'm going to come alongside you, I'm going to give you safe travel, and we're going to help make this dream come true. Well, when we want to do the training center, we're like, this is great, we're going to get everybody in church involved, and we're going to go after this, but we need a financial partner. And for us, AG Financial is the financial partner to help make this come true.